After experiencing narcissistic abuse for decades from different people in different situations, I have realized that there is a way I call 10-second technique to tell if you're dealing with a narcissist or not. Before you say, oh, come on, it's not that easy. How is it possible? Hold your horses, because I'm going to share my personal experiences with you and help you understand why this one thing they do within a couple of seconds after meeting you can be an indicator of their potential narcissistic personality. Hi, I am Danish, a psychologist and a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. In today's episode, I am going to share with you a 10 seconds technique to tell if you're dealing with a narcissist. What I am about to share with you is not a personality trait they display. Instead, it's a felt experience that if you tune into, you'll be instantly able to tell there is something wrong with this person and I should keep them at an arm's length. So here goes the 10 seconds technique. Within a couple of seconds of meeting somebody new, notice if pressure starts building up. If you feel like they are being either overly nice to you and they're being open, compassionate, kind, and they're holding space for you, yet you still feel pressured. You feel like a sense of obligation is developing and their hidden controlling nature is manifesting itself in caring ways. You feel like they're doing good things for you, they're seeing you, but still it feels like it's being imposed on you. You feel violated, but you suppress that feeling. Why? Because you respect the newly developing bond. You respect the new friendship, the new relationship, or whatever it may be for you. There is immense pressure. A narcissist can put on a facade of being an open person, but they cannot help themselves. They cannot help but be controlling in acceptable ways. Do you see where I'm going with this? Now, it may not always be about asking you to do things, forcing things on you. They may make moves that collectively will help you see the picture if you remain objective throughout the situation. The moment you feel like you want to give them a pushback, or you want to say no, but you feel uncomfortable in saying that, you're afraid that might hurt them, you want to leave but you can't, that should be a sign. That should tell you that you are being pressured. And that's why I always say, go into your body. That is your narcometer. That is where the actual knowledge comes from. So here are the different ways this pressure can manifest in the early stages. Number one, they may invite themselves over to your home non-consensually. They don't care. They want to get in. Especially a narcissist who needs a roof over their head. Somebody who is looking for a person who is empathetic, who can be taken advantage of. They may make it seem like, oh, we are together, and the connection will feel intense. You will feel like you have known them since forever, and that is when they will make the move. You may want to give it some space, but then there will be the pressure. Oh, come on, we know each other already, we are made for each other, blah, 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 in the context of a romantic relationship, and they will insert themselves into your life. They will fill your space or try to fill it with their stuff, literally as well as figuratively. They will try to bombard your head with multiple ideas and multiple aspects of the story so that you get confused about what's going on. For example, in the initial days of meeting them, here and there they'll be rude to you, but then they'll be overly nice, they'll be charismatic. So you're seeing the multiple aspects of the same person. Those are the stories they fill your head with, leading to massive confusion and activation of your previous trauma. So within seconds, if you can feel the pressure created by this person, even in the nicest ways possible, you should cut them off, or at least you should stay cautious. Second way this pressure may manifest itself is through their charm. Do you remember feeling those butterflies in your stomach or those tingly sensations when they were being really flirtatious and when they were talking to you nicely and there was a spark to them? It felt like you were talking to the person of your dreams, the knight in shining armor, your princess, whatever. Those butterflies, those butterflies are a telling sign of being pressured to do what? To accept a fake version of who they are. That charm basically is a demonstration of their demonic side, of their manipulative nature. That's when it comes out in a nice way, and your subconscious mind is able to pick on those signs. Your subconscious mind will alert your body, and that will activate that anxiety response. That should tell you you're dealing with somebody who may be not safe for you, at least. That should be taken in as a red flag. Number 3, you may notice them reading you in a very weird way. Like some of them do not make eye contact at all. Those are different forms of narcissists. Yet there are narcissists who look at you, and that look feels really weird because it's not a gentle look. It's not like they love to see you, whatever. It's a predatory look. It feels like a hawk is gazing at you or a predator is watching your moves. You truly feel vulnerable in those moments, and that's when the pressure manifests itself. Here is an example. You may be sitting in your room, let's say doing something, studying, and you will notice something will tell you you're being observed. Then you will move your head and see the narcissist standing over there, just looking at you, and it's not a soft look, as I said. It feels like a demonic entity has entered your space. That is when you feel exposed. And what is all of this about? Being pressured. You feel like they're watching you so that they can tell what your vulnerabilities are and what buttons can be pushed. If this is the reality of all the situations where a narcissist is involved, why don't we see them for who they are? Why does it feel so nice? Because of the narcissist's manipulative nature. They're master manipulators. They know how to create an emotional state in you. They know how to touch your softest core, and when that happens, our emotions cloud our judgment. And when that happens, we're not able to kind of get all these pieces together and understand the puzzle. We miss them. And if you remain objective, if you remain dispassionately curious, especially in the beginning stages of meeting anybody, you will see a lot of signs. You just don't have to give them any benefit of doubt. And this is how you can save yourself from the most extreme form of betrayal known to mankind. Why the most extreme? Well, everything is a lie. The love bombing is a betrayal. Devaluation is a betrayal because they tell you you are crazy when you're not. So they betray you by lying to you. Then the discard is a betrayal when everything ends, when all the dreams shatter and fall apart, and then you're left living like a shell. That is why it's extreme. To talk more on this, I'm doing a workshop next month. The dates are 7th and 14th July. The topic will be how to overcome betrayal trauma caused by the narcissist in 5 practical steps. If you want to be a part of it, click the I button above or the link in the description of this episode and secure your spot before booking closes. Now, one thing to always remember is that every situation is unique and has its own complexity. That's why you should keep what I shared with you in mind as a principle to follow, something to always remember, to always check in for. Narcissists show up in different ways, and sometimes that might confuse even the master expert in narcissism. They may not even be able to tell what's going on, and that's okay. These vampires are constantly evolving, so it's quite unpredictable. You just have to stay in touch with yourself. If you feel pressured, if you feel pushed, even if they're being really nice, and if you feel like you have to do it because they want you to, not because you want to do it genuinely, then you must call it quits or stay alert. That was it for today's episode. I hope you found it insightful. If you did, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know what else do you want me to talk about when it comes to narcissism, something that I might have missed. I'll talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.